Welcome back to Everyday Shed. Today we're building a single door for this shed, which is pretty common, especially if you don't have the space to add a double door on a shed. You may want to route on having a single door. And on top of that, we create a material list for 20 different sizes and styles of shed. That gives you a guidance on how much you should expect on spending if you're going to tackle a project this big. We'll talk a little more about that later, but first I need to remove the side wall, which is already built on this shed. If you're building a shed from scratch, this is where you should have both of the long walls standing and you're ready to frame the side wall where the single door goes. Framing the wall is much easier if you have a nice flat surface to work on. In my case, I'm using this portion of the driveway. This door is going to have a 36-inch opening. When you first frame the wall, I leave out the jack studs and the header. I'll install those later on. Once the wall is framed, we can bring it into the shed and set it in place. A wall this size is pretty light, so the installation is fairly simple. Secure the wall to the floor and to the two adjacent walls using screws or framing nails. As you secure everything, keep checking that the wall stays plumb. Getting this right now will make your life much easier when it's time to install the siding and the door. And now it's time to build the door. I like to build the door directly into the siding. This keeps everything square and makes the installation much easier. The first step here is to attach the door trim directly to the LP Smart siding. When installing trim, make sure that it's flush along the bottom of the siding and square along the edges. And between the door trim and the wall trim, I leave a 3/8 of an inch gap. This can be done by using a scrap piece of siding as a spacer. With all the trim installed, it's time to add the hinges. For a single door, we'll use 3 hinges. We'll start by securing each hinge to the trim with the small 1.25 inch screws. We use longer screws later on to fully secure everything. And if you're using one of our door kits from everydayshed.com, all screws and hardware you need are here included.
Maybe pass it on this hand.
On the back side of the panel, we trace around the trim so we know exactly where it's positioned. What we're looking for is a line running down the siding between the door trim and the wall trim. Then we draw another line across the top just above the door. These lines will give us a clear guide where to cut the door out. You can cut the door opening with a circular saw. The trick is to leave a few 2 to 4 inch sections uncut along the cut lines. I like to leave 4 sections on the longer section and 2 above the door. These little taps will keep the door secure to the siding as we install the entire panel onto the wall frame. Once everything is in place, we can come back and cut them out later. The last step before installing the door is to secure the trim from the back. I drive 1.25 inch screws through the siding onto the trim. This locks everything together and makes sure the trim never falls out. Now we're ready to install the siding onto the wall. And a helpful trick is to attach a 2x4 along the bottom to be used as a ledger board. This gives you a ledge to rest the siding as you install it, and it really comes handy especially when installing the door panel since it's heavier with all the trim and hinges already attached. Before we cut the door free and swing it open, there are a few things we need to take care of. First, we need to fully secure the hinges to the wall using the 2.5-inch screws provided in the door kit. These longer screws will go through the trim, the siding, into the stud right behind it. Once that hinge is completely secure, we can cut the door free. You're gonna need to find those small sections that we left uncut earlier and simply cut through them with a sawzall or a hand saw. Once all the sections are cut, the door is free and you can swing it open for the first time. With the door open, we now have access to the inside of the shed. This is when we install the jack studs and the header to finish framing the door opening. Once the jacks are secured, we can now cut out the bottom plate free from the doorway. To finish the door install, we add a 2x4 on the inside of the door to give some extra strength and rigidity. On the outside, we're gonna drill a 5/8 inch hole for the door lock, and back on the inside, we can install the latch. From there, we just need to install the trim around the doorway. You're gonna end up with a strong, clean look single door design this way. And we chose this design because we want the sheet that has an overtongue, like this one, to close over the undertongue. That way, when your door is completely shut, it seals pretty well. And just like our designs, we put a lot of time and effort on creating material lists for 20 different types and sizes of sheds. That way you can estimate how much it will cost you to build a shed like this. Check the link in the description or the QR code right here in the corner of the screen. Now remember that the material list that you picked out is just one step to get the shed built. We also are going to need the hardware. And the perfect place to get the hardware, especially for a single door like this, is everydayshed.com. So you make sure you check that out. In there, you're also going to see project packs. Project packs, it's the next thing that you need. And with a project pack and the right hardware, you can build pretty much any shed. So you make sure you check that out. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.